yafe hayom, Shabbat shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Good evening, Shabbat shalom, and welcome to our service, our abbreviated Sukkot service that we're having for all of you and for all of you who are watching. We're going to begin with the lighting of the candles. May the Shabbat candles we now light inspire us to see justly and gently, look honestly and with kindness, and to see what's holy in each other. No, it's not. Next week, Sunday.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. Well, we have a very warm welcome to everyone who's watching, especially those in Seacrest and San Diego that are part of our service. And I know Philadelphia said they have a crew that never misses, so we're glad to have them. Hine Matov, how good and pleasant it is to be together and starting a new year. Page 4, we'll join together.
Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shavet achim gam yachad. matov, shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shavet achim gam yachad.
And as we welcome the angels of peace, we'll join together Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And as we lift our eyes to the mountains, we ask God, from where does my help come? Esa Einai on page 12 together.
Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim ba'aretz. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim ba'aretz.
And as we turn to page 24 and rise, we'll continue with our call to worship and join together in Baruch Hu.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
May be seated as we continue with those 6 Hebrew words that comprise the Shema, the first words of prayer that we teach not only to our children, the first words on our lips and the last as we die. Top of page 30 as we join together.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. On this Shabbat evening, as we seek peace and comfort, shield us from hatred and destruction that plagues so many corners of our world, and console those in need, we continue page 34, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Uishmor tzeiteinu uvoenu lechaim u'shalom ve'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu
For those in our community who are in need of healing, of body, mind, or spirit, if you have a loved one who's in need of healing, take a moment and think of them as we continue. Page 38, and join together Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We keep in our prayers Gail Balin, Sue Beiser, Linda Cullen, Blanche Deutsch, Lynn Deutschman, Carol and Finn, Jane and Steve Friedman, Deborah Goldman, Cliff Goldman, Jeff Goldsmith, Mike Herman, Ken Imler, Donald Jaffe, Warren Janowitz, Mary Sue Katz, Skip Clowens, Herman Keek, Brian Kushner, Renee Levine, Rabbi Sue Levy, Charlie Levy, Renee Myers, Stephen Reese, Daniel Rosen, Chip Ruth, Roberta Scheller, Sam Schwartz, Bernie Shavitz, Ann Sheldon, Bill Silvers, Dina Stempler, Maury Strauss, Susie Talley, Alan Tenenbaum, Tevi Wellens, Goldie Wetcher, and Mickey Winokur.
Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Be not afraid of silence. It's more powerful than the unpolished word. It allows God's voice to be heard, and tears and doubt to tumble out as we rise. Join together to the top of page 42, Adonai Svatai, to be followed silently through page 57.
Adonai Svatai Tivtach Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Adonai Svatai Tivtach Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Oh, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Oh, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory.
May be seated as we continue with our prayer for peace, page 56, and join together. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Imrama. shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru imru amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Well, there's so many messages that we have for Sukkot when we talk about the lulav, the etrog, and all the parts that are put together to make the holiday, including the sukkah. Well, of all the holidays in our tradition, only Sukkot is called Zman Simchatenu, the season of our rejoicing. Aren't we supposed to, though, rejoice on Rosh Hashanah? I thought we did. Purim, Hanukkah, Simchas Torah. Well, on Sukkot, we're given specific instructions within the Torah that on the first day you should take the fruit of the hadar tree. We don't really know what that is. Branches of the palm, boughs of leafy trees, willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before God for 7 days. That's all it says. What I found interesting is it doesn't say to be happy on Sukkot. It says to do happy. The way you're instructed to do happy is to take the palm branch, put it with your etrog, and then walk around the synagogue. So Maimonides, our 12th century philosopher and rabbi, devotes an entire section of his work defining what does it mean to rejoice. This is what he said in the 12th century. On these days, a person should be happy and do happy in good spirits. He, his children, his wife, the members of his household, all who depend upon him. He then offers 3 lessons of happiness. Maimonides writes, rejoicing is about doing things that give us pleasure. He tells us not to take these things for granted, have good food, a little wine, and gifts that affect our state of mind. He also tells us to enjoy them in a very special way. And what's significant about enjoying these, he says, enjoy them in the presence of God. The head of the household must not only take care of his needs, but he has the responsibility to make those closest to him happy and do happy as well. Well, next, Maimonides tells us to care for our home and our loved ones, but not to take the needs of others for granted. This is possibly, I think, the most important lesson that Maimonides is teaching to us. A simcha is not what you get, he says, but it's what you give away. You can't experience spiritual joy if you know that others are suffering. Now, what's interesting when you look back historically to the 12th century, people in his time only had to worry about the people in their town, their village, or the immediate vicinity. So they knew if Chaim was hungry, and how could they then sit down and have a meal unless Chaim was taken care of? Today, of course, the internet brings the whole world into our home, so it makes it more difficult to rejoice knowing that there's suffering in the world and it's our obligation to take care of them. Well, finally, Maimonides teaches us not to take anything for granted. Good food, nice clothing, and a chance to be with family and friends. He tells us to enjoy the good things in life, but remember that real joy is not in what we have, but in who we are, how we live, and what we give. So the meaning of the expression simchat mitzvah, it's to find joy in every moment. And I think the idea of happiness is a mitzvah. We think about all the other things we do, a mitzvah throughout the year of all the other things we're told to do. But it's not something that happens to us occasionally. This is something we cultivate through our actions, our attitudes, and our efforts. So when any of us eat and drink in celebration of this holiday, we're obligated to feed the stranger, take care of the orphan and the widows, and others who are destitute and poor. He explains in contrast, a person who locks the gate of his courtyard and eats and drinks just with his family without feeding the poor, well, they've lost the meaning of that mitzvah, of simchat mitzvah, happiness in a mitzvah. So the Vilna Gaon, 19th century rabbinic scholar, commented, it's so difficult to rejoice before the Lord on Sukkot. It's the most difficult of mitzvot if we're not taking care of others. So as we approach this celebration of Sukkot, we know that what's meant and what it means today is to be happy, to do happy, rejoice, and enjoy yourselves while thinking of others, and never take anything for granted. And we're going to do that. We're going to invite just a few of you up here to create a sukkah. Since we don't have a sukkah outside because the building is totally torn up, we'll get a few of you to come up. That's fine.
I'll make 2 hands.
And Jeannie, you have to take a picture of this. Where are you? Take a picture of our sukkah. Oh, that's good. You're just going to hold it. Janet, where would you like us? Right here, just holding this up?
Another branch.
You're going to stick it on her guitar?
There we go.
Really?
Here we go.
Let me move this out of the way so we can get a good picture of our sukkah.
Yeah.
That carrot looks good. Okay. And then we'll say the blessing together and Shechianu. This is definitely, oh, there we go. Come on, okay, we got it?
Here we come over. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I'm in this, I want to make sure you're in the
You're
picture.
holding the sukkah. You're holding the lulav and etrog.
We'll make sure you're in
the sukkah.
Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al nitilat lulav. And Shechianu.
All right. Well,
Oh, there goes our sukkah.
there
I'll
goes
hold
the
it up for
sukkah,
you.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh.
That was wonderful. We'll now continue with Mourner's Kaddish. Let me give this to you to hold.
The world's fastest sukkah assembly.
I love it. Return to our prayer books. At this moment, in memory of our loved ones who are no longer with us, we join hands in love and remembrance. As a link has been broken in the chain that bound us together, but strong bonds of home and love hold us one to another. In solemn testimony to that unbroken faith which links the generations one to another, we call to mind those whose yahrzeit we observe this month. Paul Basis, Albert Blum, Scott Deutschman, Leo Farber, James Farber, Joseph Field, Jules Friedman, Lieb Fuhrer, Sam Fuhrer, Carl Lewis Garland, Jerry Gart, Kelly Gatchik, Frida Goldberg, Mark Goldberg, Yoram Gordon, Sophie Green, Gary Gross, Pauline Guss, Alan Kahn, Dorothy Katz, Nancy Kidd, Shirley Kleinman, Michael Cohn, Lawrence Lacob, Ida Lebzelter, Sylvia Levinson, Max Levenstein, Marion Levy Kay, Victoria Levine, Marilyn Lipnick, Maurice Lipnick, Irving Robert Lipsky, Wayne Lustig, Sarah Moskowitz, Lois Nickerman, Sophie Numeroff, Reba Papish, Madeline Parr, Harriet Palker, Lee Perlman Rothenberg, Sandra L. Perchik, Sylvia Polger, Irving Press, Julia Presser, Frieda Ratner Meyer, Stanley Resnick, Sarah Rice, Beatrice Vera Rosen, Nathan Rosenthal, Samuel Rothenberg, Babette Rudman, Sally Schechter, Ernest Scheller Sr., Gloria Schwab, Martha Scrudders, Lenore Shapiro, Gerald Stein, Rose Steiner, Mary Jo Stern, Joe Steuer, and Randy Waldbaum. The Mourner's Kaddish can be found in our prayer books on page 64 as we say together, Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, Bagalav Zman Kariv Imramein. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Leolam Omeo Maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei Dekudisha Brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imramein. Yehi Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramein, oseh shalom b'imramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramein. You may be seated. The next 5 weeks we are virtual except for November 4th, is that correct? Is that
Yes.
going to be streamed from Edwards?
Yes, November 4th. Anyone is welcome to join us in person at the Edwards Interfaith Chapel for our family Shabbat service, and it will be streamed as well. And we'll be streaming all of the services where we are not in the Vail Interfaith Chapel.
So you
too,
get to watch us all.
including a very special replay of our mountaintop service with Colleen Deeker. That will get to be one of our
Nice.
Friday night services. Will be the beautiful footage that we have of that service.
And we hope that everybody had a good holiday. So many of you came to join us, and we're appreciative of your staying around later in the year and being with us. And Adon Olam probably to a nature song, inch by inch. Row by
Okay.
row.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'chefzo Kol Azay Malach Shemo Nikra Be'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yeh B'tifara Vehu Echad Ve'ein Sheni L'ham Shilo Le'achbira Bli Rashid Bli Tachlit V'lo Ha'oz Ve'hamisra Vehu Eli V'chai Gali V'tzor Chavli Be'et Sarah Vehu Nisi Umanos Li Menat Kosi Be'yom Ekra Be'yado Afkid Ruchi Be'et Tishan Be'a'ira Be'im Ruchi Geviati Adonai Li V'lo Ira.
David, thank you for helping with security this evening. Thank you. We'll join together in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Borei
Borei
pari
pari hagafen l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
And Shabbat Shalom.
Bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bam bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Thank you. We'll leave most of this up.
Because there's school break this week.
they'd have to break the glass, come in and know to steal it.
Yeah. Do you want these somewhere else? No, they can stay in there. I'll clean it all up tomorrow. Are you sure? Because I can take them somewhere else. Yeah. No, because I have to put everything away at the end of the allotments for tomorrow. So that's.
Inch by inch. How do you think it looked with the new cable?
The sukkah the sukkah was cute.
Oh, good.
I had it zoomed out for a moment, and then you guys were all in the perfect shot, so I zoomed into that.
That's awesome.
See you guys. That was good.
You do need wine tomorrow. In challah.
Well, tomorrow's gonna be a couple hundred people.
I know, it's so funny. I was thinking about the contrasts, like all the contrasts between like we go from like Pilar to this to tomorrow here, but a full room, but like it's just so. And actually, I'm really excited. The mountaintop footage is really good
Which session was it?
with Colleen.
This year?
Yeah.
The first one this
Did you
year?
book them for
Which
next year?
I think I missed out.
Please?
Do we have dates set?
They're set.
I talked to Norfolk today where I'm going to do my concert with her
We'll book her.
the day
Let's
after the
book her.
wedding. Okay,
I
tell me
saw-
the date you want her and I'll ask her.
First or second, or
I must
just whatever
be
you think should.
Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters which one.
First.
So leave that out.
We don't get a bigger crowd.
Right.
Is it the
and
first?
second.
And that's what you
Wow.
leave, yeah.
Like the ninth, okay.
Well,
It
just
says
says
every